actually might plan to get a car. I'm having a look at some because yeah, sometimes like shit, when it's raining, I'm like I don't want to do anything. At least outside.
Yeah.
So okay, mate. So let's continue where we left off yesterday. It was I wish you do something instead of just sitting and doing nothing.
Okay. Huh? Oh, okay. For me. Yeah. Um,
So in this one, it's the same case. Remember that we wouldn't say this in Spanish. We would say, I wish you did something instead of just sitting and doing nothing.
okay. Ojalá. Um. Okay.
So
Ojalá.
just to double check, you told me that this is a structure that is used when complaining about something, right?
Yes, it's a complaint form. It's not. It's nothing. This would only be between a boss and employees, or parents and their kids, or husband and wife. It wouldn't be. It's nothing. Not even with your friends. You don't care what they do, unless you're giving them advice, like you need to get up off your ass and get a job, and stop
Okay.
complaining about the world don't like you and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's a
Okay.
complaining about something between very intimate family. It's in a very personal
Level.
use. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Ojalá, ojalá hicieras
mhm.
algo en
Yes.
vez,
Yes.
en vez de us- en justo sentarte.
En vez de solo.
Oh, en vez de solo,
Mhm.
en vez de solo sentarte
And doing nothing.
y, y hacer nada.
Perfect. So the next one, let's see. I wish you wouldn't keep interrupting me. The same thing. Um, I wish you didn't keep interrupting me. That's what we would say in Spanish.
Oh, sí. Ok. Ojalá, ojalá no sigas.
No siguieras
Oh, no, sí. No siguieras interrumpirme.
interrumpiéndome.
No sigas, no siguieras interrumpiéndome.
Interrumpiéndome, yes.
Interrumpiéndome. Ok.
Uh, Good. Let's see. I wish Sarah would come. I want her to come. Same thing. I wish Sarah came.
Um, Question. Would it be cool in in Spanish also if I said I wish you would quit interrupting me? Because this is how you translate this. I wish you would quit interrupting me.
I wish you quit interrupting me.
Yes.
Ojalá dejaras de interrumpirme.
De interrumpirme. Yeah, yeah. That's more a little like you can, like a kid would say it how we just think it, but like, like an adult would say it like that, like quit interrupting me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like in Spanish, you could say either. It sounds just as natural either way.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering like what's the best way in Spanish. Okay.
Both. I mean, I would say both are just as natural. You could use whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Um. So I wish Sarah would come.
Okay. Ojalá, ojalá, well, come Sarah. I would say would come Sarah, Sarah would come.
I wish Sarah would come. Now remember that in Spanish that wouldn't make any sense, so you should say I wish Sarah came.
Okay. Okay. Ojalá, ojalá que venga a Sarah.
Ojalá Sara viniera.
Oh, she viniera. Came. Ojalá Sarah viniera.
Yeah, freaking
Keep
subjunctive.
doing present tense subjunctive. I'm addicted. Ojalá si
um,
viniera Sarah.
yeah. So I wish Sarah was here now.
Okay. Ojalá que Sarah
You
um
know that K doesn't sound good to me.
okay, that's fine.
Quite
Ojalá
personal, though.
no, that's fine. I know you said in like the yo form it doesn't sound good, but sometimes in
Yeah.
third person form it needs to be there. But that's fine.
So
We'll take it out of there. But let me know when
so
it's good to drop it in there.
yeah, I wish and blah blah and subjunctive. It doesn't sound entirely good to me. Like it doesn't sound incorrect, but it doesn't sound 100% natural. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've got a question. What I know I have also asked you this, but what's more natural? I wish Sarah was, or I wish Sarah were here now.
Um. Well, English is so complicated with that. Was was I would go with was every time.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
wish yeah because was is you can use it 100% of the time, but
Mm-hmm.
when you put the were in, it's like you really miss them.
It's o- okay.
You
So,
know, in other
but
words,
so you could say that was is more natural than were.
yes, was.
Okay,
But
okay.
like yeah, but I don't know. Like if it's like was nobody would even wouldn't turn a shoulder. Would But were no, it's not. It's not. It's not plural. I guess yeah. With plural, you can say were.
Yeah, but with the third person.
But with a third person, it was. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sarah, that's I wish, but because you can say I wish you were here, because like
Mhm.
man, if you were here, it would have been so much better. You
Right.
know what I mean? But you and they, it would be were. But I wish Sarah was here. Good Lord,
Okay.
was in this case third person was would I would go with was every time.
Okay. Yeah, because I've heard some people, but it was teachers that I had here in Colombia, and
Yeah.
they used to say that word was more natural. But I'm all the time so reluctant to the perspective of a Colombian, even if they have lived abroad. I'm
Yeah.
like so reluctant to the perspective that they've got about language because they're just not native speakers. So
Yeah, I would. I guess I would. I would be a little more. Yeah, I could understand the reluctancy, but they could, like you just said it. You just like in your speech, you just said it was. So in
mhm.
third person, you wouldn't have said it were at all. It were
Okay.
wouldn't sound bad. It were just wouldn't have sound right if you had said it were, but you just said
Mm,
it was in third person the same way. It just
okay.
was just fluently rolls out of your mouth. You wouldn't go with was in third person every time.
Okay. So let's do the next one. I wish somebody would buy me a car.
Okay.
We would all wish, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not me though. I'm sorry. I just anybody buy me anything I owe them. I don't want to owe anybody. Yeah. But that's cool.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would buy me a car. Ojalá.
You're
Uh,
covering your microphone.
oh, I'm
Turn
sorry.
it
Can
up.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you there.
Okay, sorry. The rain too. Ojalá somebody would buy me a car. Um, Ojalá alguien um you could okay would buy me in this and I would still use abria would buy me after the subjunctive.
So remember, there is no word structure in Spanish for that. There is only second conditional, which would be I wish somebody bought me a car.
Okay. Ojalá alguien um Okay. Bought me. Com- alguien me compraría un carro.
Me comprara.
Me comprara. Me comprara. Sí, comprara. Me comprara un carro.
Yes. Hey, when's your wife taking lessons with me?
Um, I don't know. Whenever well, I don't know. She's got so much stuff going on now. I don't know when she take lessons.
Yeah, because you have told me that she's actually like she needs some lessons as well. Like she understands a lot, but she struggles when making when speaking fluently, right?
Yeah, she wants business Spanish. She wants to start a business here, so
Awesome.
she needs a lot of
What
business like
what
business vocabulary.
what sort of business does she plan?
Um, think so. She got like 10 of them. She wanna which one? She wants to teach English here as well
Okay.
because it's getting better, and now that the market crashed around the world,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of existing business like prices are going to get more competitive with everything. Right now it's a buyer's market for whatever you want to buy into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like for example, I have always found interesting what she's doing right now, teaching to Chinese.
Yes.
But and as a matter of fact, I don't do it because I haven't got the requirements to do it.
Yes.
Uh, I mean, and it's quite challenging as well. I mean, like I told you, like teaching kids online, they don't know your native language. I think it's quite challenging. I admire
Oh
your
no,
wife a lot because
if
of
you
that.
saw the structure in the curriculum, you wouldn't feel that way anymore. it's
You know?
it's they I mean, you have to learn it. It's not but like anything else, once you she's been doing it for years, and like in the I got to say in the first month or so of
You get
doing
the
it,
hang of
of
it.
doing 10 classes or 50 classes a week,
Mm-hmm.
you'll get onto it. It's the curriculum is structured where you just plug their name into the curriculum. It's
No,
just like yours, but it comes wherein it's left open for you to plug their name in, and the curriculum takes over.
very intuitive.
Excuse me.
It's very intuitive.
It's intuitive, yes. I mean, as far as kids go, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You,
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, like I don't think that she can make as much money teaching English, even in Panama, than she does than teaching Chinese kids. I mean,
No.
because that's a good payment in a Latin American or third world country, what she gets.
Oh yeah, she
So,
gets that. Yeah. No, she
like,
makes a lot of money. She makes money doing that, and she gets help with classes like, like you have to you do all the heavy lifting booking your classes, and she's a part of a company, so her classes just pops up on her screen. Like, she doesn't have to do the heavy lifting looking for students. The students
but you
just
know
just
what? You get the hang of it. You also get the hang of it. Like right now, I don't struggle getting customers. Like right now, I'm so okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
like like right now, I'm so chilling. Like right now, uh, regarding lessons, I already figured the way to get customers. Like the way I figured out. I mean, the way that you found me. It's pretty much how I advertise myself. I don't need it. I don't even need to pay. I need to put some time and effort in. But
Oh, that's
but
good.
yeah, like right now, I'm good with lessons. What I want to do right now, I'm investing in sales. Like I want to sell stuff because that's where you see money, a lot of money coming in, and you don't need to do a lot of heavy lifting, as you said.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to sell technology here in Colombia. So yeah. Okay, mate. So let's continue. The next one is I wish somebody. Oh no, I wish I had a car.
Okay. I wish I had a car. Ojalá, ojalá tuviera un carro.
Ojalá tuviera un carro. So I want to see the notes of this, but we do not use I wish would to say how we would like things to be. So to say that we want something to happen, but we would like this is so
To say that
strange.
okay.
Yeah, so check this out. This is the notes. Like this is for English learners though, but like we say I wish would to say that we want something to happen. So something out of our, let's see, to say how we would like things to be. Okay, okay. So let's have a look at the exercises.
Okay.
Okay. So we've got I wish you a pleasant stay here. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Te deseo
Mm-hmm.
un estado como
Una estadía
una estadía um placentaria. I forget. It's in my notes. It's a
placentera.
placentera. Te espero una estadia
Yeah,
placentera
aquí.
aquí.
Let's do it again a bit faster. So, te deseo una estadía placentera aquí.
Oh, okay. Te deseo te deseo una estadia placentera aquí.
Perfect. Enjoy your holiday. I wish you have a great time.
Okay.
Oh,
This
wait. This is either wish or hope. No, I hope you have a great time.
okay. This can I say this fruit is like does it start subjunctive as well?
So,
Like I hope like like this fruit is like buen provecho
this disfruta, disfruta.
or just do fruta. Okay. Disfruta um tus vacaciones.
Yeah, so let's do something. There are two different translations which can come out of this sentence. So one of them is as in you as just one person, and the other one is you as you guys, like the
Okay.
plural way, right? Let's do
Okay.
first singular and then plural. So enjoy your
Okay.
holiday again.
Disfrutas tu vacaciones.
Disfruta, no es, disfruta tus vacaciones.
Disfruta tus vacaciones.
Yeah, I hope you have a great time.
Ojalá, um, and ojalá tengas un buen tiempo.
Espero
Oh, espero tengas un gran tiempo.
Espero que tengas un rato chévere.
Okay, okay. Oh, you have. Espero que tengas un rato chévere.
Yes. So let's do the plural way.
Okay, okay. Disfrutan um, sus vacaciones.
Disfruten
O disfruten,
sus
disfruten
vacaciones.
sus vacaciones.
Yes.
Um,
I hope
how come that
you.
we changed the disfruta to subjunctive with the plural?
Um. Okay. What did it
Because we
say?
said the first time disfruta, but the second time disfruten, like I hope you enjoy it. Like we insinuated the I hope with the plural.
Uh. Disfruten.
Disfruten.
Yeah.
That's
That's.
subjunctive.
Yeah. Like every time we're doing demanding, when we're demanding something kind of thing, like an order, like this, like
That's what I
imperative
thought.
sentences.
That's why I thought it would be the same for disfrute.
Uh,
Disfrute
it's
is the first time.
Now the thing is, like for these ones, as I'm telling you, when it comes to subjunctive, the best way to go, in my opinion, is just memorize the translations. Just
Okay.
memorize the translations. It's the easiest way to go. Like if you ask a native Spanish speaker how to make subjunctive, they won't even know what you're speaking about.
Okay.
Like, I don't think so, because I only got to know about this topic after having taught Spanish for 8, months or 1 year.
Oh, okay.
That I had a student like you, and she was like, "Oh, I need to work on subjunctive," and I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure, sure, I've got it covered." I didn't know what the hell that was. I, I was like, I mean, like I speak English, I need to know what that is. So I
Yeah.
started looking, and I realized that it's just that when I learned it in English, like in English, there is no such topic. There is no subjunctive anywhere. In no lesson plan, you will see subjunctive in an
No, there's
English
not.
lesson plan.
There's no
So,
subjunctive.
but it's because the way we call it is different, but it's the same shit. So as
Okay.
I've been telling you, the way that we call it in Spanish, for example, one of the ways is conditional two, conditional three. So that's the way we call it, and we just learned the translations. Like that's the easiest way to go. I think I have told you that. Like when I'm teaching English, I realize that we don't teach as many rules as we do, or as the average Spanish teacher teaches. Like they teach too many rules, and that is why when I talk to the friends that teach English here in Colombia, they're like, "Oh, May, but how do you teach Spanish?" I'm like, "Just do the same shit you do when teaching English. Don't complicate things." So, okay. So yeah, for example, when it comes to giving orders, this is called imperative sentences.
Okay.
It's a subjunctive, but it's very straightforward. They've only got one translation, and that's all you need to know.
Okay. So disfruten sus vacaciones.
Yes.
I
So
hope,
I hope you.
um, espero que tengan un rato chévere.
Yeah. Um, like I'm trying to change that word rato, but I can't think of any other word in order for it to be
A
as.
great time.
Yeah, I think
I don't know. Un
that's
tiempo,
as direct as you
you
can
would
get.
say genial or gran.
Un rato, un rato genial. You could say un rato genial, but I wouldn't say it. Like it's
Okay.
not incorrect, but it doesn't sound natural.
Okay.
Okay, so that's as natural as I can think of right now.
Okay. Un rato chévere. A
So
great time.
goodbye. I wish you all the best. So
Okay.
let's do the same thing. Let's do, as a matter of fact, we should do the same thing in the first sentence. So we did it with the singular, but we didn't do it with the plural way. So let's do the plural way in the first example. I wish you a pleasant stay here. The plural way. How would it be?
Okay. Okay. You all. Ustedes. Um. Um. Deseo. Ustedes.
Les deseo
Les deseo.
un,
Um. Una. Les deseo. Una. Una. En. Este día. Como.
yeah, estadía. What
Un
else?
estadía. Les deseo una
Una,
estadía placentera aquí.
una estadía placentera aquí. Good.
Placentera aquí.
Let's do singular and plural of the third exercise. So
Okay,
goodbye.
good.
I wish you all the best.
Okay, chao. Te deseo lo mejor. Todo lo mejor.
Yeah, although we wouldn't say all in Spanish. It wouldn't sound natural.
Okay, todo. Oh, no, no all. Okay, te deseo lo mejor.
Yeah, that's perfect. And how do you say the plural way?
Okay. Les deseo lo mejor.
Lo mejor. I've got a question. How have you felt recently since we got started with the lessons when speaking to people in Panama?
Um, my thing is I've learned a lot. Well, first of all, I had so much hidden vocabulary and rules in my head that it's been really pleasant getting them out. I felt like I was studying useless Spanish because everything I do online, after a while I get right with a lot of practice, but I haven't, I'm not able to apply it because, for one, question you asked, Panamanians don't use, it's so much slang, and I don't, like I said, the only time you use good Spanish is, well, I'm not gonna say good. It's all good Spanish to me. I'm just jealous that I don't know it. So I'm gonna, be honest with you. It's all, I love Spanish. All Spanish is beautiful. I think I like the slang more. I'm just like, damn. I wish, I wish I could be in on the convo. You know, but the only time you get that is the bank, the church, or when you go into a government building for me to process papers,
Mm-hmm.
immigration or something, aduana. But you don't get it in your day to day, not in a grocery store. You might
Uh,
get it with your elders, but it's not day to day Spanish at all. They don't use any of this. It's and then my number one problem is that I have before I even started. Not that I don't have a great vocabulary, but I have a decent one to convey what I'm trying to say. But
mhm.
I can't hear what they're saying. I don't have a clue what they're saying, and that problem is not going away because I think I need to I need to hear the Spanish.
So I'm going to share one of the pieces with you. I need to show you something. I don't think you've got access. I don't think I have talked to you from this WhatsApp, have I? This is my business WhatsApp. It's from my brand, so I wanted to read something, so check this out. By the way, what do you think about it? I'm not so helping others expand their knowledge, relationships,
Relationship experience,
experiences,
work,
work,
and
and
business
business
opportunities
opportunities.
through accurate communication. Hmm.
Yes. So, for example, I feel for you like probably when I had your level in English, I felt exactly like you, and I mean, like I can see, like I can feel that you're quite motivated. Like you're not holding back because of the fact that you haven't got the level that you want.
No,
But at the point that you're at right now, I used to feel very, very disappointed because it was the only thing that I barely knew how to do back then when I was about what, I don't know, 16, 17 years old. And
okay.
I was like, shit, like this is the only thing that I barely know how to do, and I think I won't be able to make it.
Yes, that's it.
I mean, you can
It's
imagine.
frustrating.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one thing is that one of the reasons why I thought that it was because of the same reason that you just mentioned. Like I studied for 2 years at an institute with a teacher who helped me a lot. He wasn't charging me anything because I didn't have money back then.
Okay.
And I remember that after those 2 years, I went to another institute. And I started talking to the other teachers. Like my first teacher, I used to understand him quite well. Like I was like, okay, I'm getting this stuff. But
Yes.
then I went to the other institute, and I realized that I had gotten used to his pronunciation. So when I tried to talk to other people, I didn't understand them. I was like, holy shit, like I've been studying so much these last 2 years and I don't understand fucking shit. I was
That's
like,
me.
what the hell is wrong? I
That's
was
I'm
like,
still there. I had some
I
friends
was
over
like,
Saturday, and all I still, and I'm always just that question you asked me. I ask myself every day, how far have I come? How closer have I come to understanding, and I'll have people around me, and we had like three people, our friends, spend the night, cause we drank
"Mhm,
past the curfew where you couldn't leave. So,
right,
everybody ended up spending the night, and that's cool. Kids, they got kids to play with our kids. It's awesome. And
nice.
and then, I'm in those groups, and I'm looking at my friends here. I know for 3 years, I love them. We love each other. Our kids love each other. And I'm still nodding and saying, see, when I no longer say see, then I'll say I know enough Spanish. But okay, see, verdad, okay, see, verdad. But I don't want to seem rude, but I feel like an asshole that they really want to talk to me, and I really can't talk to them. So it's like it's a deaf and someone is deaf and someone is blind, and I'm
You
like
know,
both,
I
and it drives me fucking crazy.
you remind me of myself because the first three experiences that I had to talk to foreigners, it was at religious, what do you call that, like events, religious
Yeah.
events.
Yes.
And they used to bring people from all over the world, so I had the chance to talk to native speakers.
Okay.
And it was the same thing, like I was trying to talk to them, like trying to talk all of that knowledge that I knew that it was somewhere behind in my brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it was like a wall that is in between, like you know that you've got your knowledge here and you wanted to pass through that wall, but
Yes. It just
it's
won't.
like you don't know what's wrong with you.
Yes.
You're like,
It's
yeah, I've been studying so much. Now the thing is patience. It'll come out. It will. If you keep
yeah.
practicing, it will. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so strategies that I highly recommend is do you watch television in Spanish?
I try to. I have some favorite like Reina de Sur and Nicky Jam thing. Well, I had to pull back from that because like Panamanian shows and like Puerto Rican Dominican shows, they're those are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Because and Colombian, it's Caribbean Spanish, but
Yeah.
they speak so fast and so like Panamanians, Colombians, Dominicans purposely try to Cubans they purposely try to put slang in the damn language. Like it's like every day everyone get a text. Today is the new slang word, and you don't get the text. So you're trying to figure out what the hell did y'all come up with a new fucking slang word while I was sleeping? And I can't understand it.
So there is this thing that you can do. Like the first time around, watch it with like Spanish, the audio in Spanish with
Uh huh.
subtitles in, so you can know what it's about. But then the second time around, I want you to watch it without subtitles, only in Spanish,
Oh yeah. Okay.
because you will already know what it means, what they were talking about, but then you will be able to focus only on what they're saying, like trying to understand it. Like you already know what it's about, but you will
Yeah.
try to understand way more than you did the first time around by just listening and watching in Spanish,
I tried
right?
because my workout buddy right here, like 3, 4 houses down, is from
Mm.
Bogota. Is a kid in I he's here. He's from Bogota. He lives down the street, and he's clear. Like Colombian Spanish is clear to me. I like talking back and forth with him. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? But it's a challenge, but it's a challenge that I'm gonna stay as long as it takes. Cause like I said, I'm in love with
Like
Spanish, man.
I
I
know
freaking love Spanish.
like I know at the beginning it can be hard. Like I know it's very hard because I when I like I think I have told you this, that one of my commitments, how do you say, to myself or with myself?
Yes, to yourself. You committed to
To
yourself.
myself, was that if I was going to watch television or series or anything, it, on internet, Netflix, you name it, it had to be in English. Like that was 10, 12 years ago. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, if I'm going to watch something, it's got to be in English or I won't see anything. I'll read, and then eventually I started reading in English as well. Like everything I do, like when I'm not doing lessons, I am reading or watching in English everything, and
Yes. But yeah, I'm
like
telling you,
that,
if
that
you were
was.
mar- you wouldn't. I'm sorry, but that I try that, but when I start reading, my kids interrupt me, and when I try to put on the show in Spanish on Netflix, my wife literally like she's pulling her hair out. Like, why do we have to watch this in Spanish? And one of the reasons she's not fluent, she hears it
That's
perfectly.
a reason why. That's
But that's
that's
why
actually
no
the
one,
reason.
it's no one, everybody wants to only feel happy doing what they want to do. And, it's no support, but I love them and I get where they're at, but I have
Yeah.
to independently learn this. I'm on my own with
Yes.
this.
Yes, like I understand what you mean because with my friends, even the ones who were studying English with me back then, and the girlfriends and everything, I was like, hey, let's watch a movie, and they were supposed to be studying English,
Yes.
and I was let's watch it in English, and they were like, oh man, no, I'm not going to watch that shit in English, and that's why
Yeah.
they've got such mediocre level, and some of them even forgot what they had learned back then because of
Yeah.
that.
Because of
That's a
that.
reason.
No, our house, my daughter is the only thing that keeps me cause she speaks both. My 2 year old is my biggest inspiration because and she treats me and everybody else like do you understand me, because if you don't she switches it up, like she'll say something in Spanish and then she'll
Uh-huh.
say it in English, but baby talk, no, just her small vocabulary. But
Nice.
I have friends with their kids that barely mumbles English at her age. And at her age, if she'll ask me, Papo, please, and if she thinks I don't understand, please, she'll say, por favor, Papo, por favor. Like she'll switch it up to see, she'll make sure that you understand what she's speaking. And at 2 years
But
old, I'm jealous of her. Like she had the fortitude to try to communicate with you in two languages.
you see the lesson that I shared because that's a lesson that you might want to show your kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to show it to you. The lesson that I shared yesterday. Did you read it on the
No, I
group? This
did.
is the
I think you said I had to download it. I didn't.
Yes, so this is a lesson.
Yeah,
I'm
that's it. Uh-huh.
quite excited because this is a lesson. These are some lessons that I'll be sharing with you on this group, and these lessons might be good for your kids to watch because it's another kid who's learning, and he's learning English
Oh,
because
okay.
he's like I'm teaching his mother and him because they're moving to the States in 2 or 3 months
Yeah, you
when
told me this is the
international flights are
9 year old you just
allowed.
started with.
Exactly. So I'm quite excited about the process of this kid because like he's quite smart. I think he's very smart. Like yesterday in this lesson that I'm showing you right now,
Yeah.
it was very interesting that he's the first the first English learner who told me what all the Spanish learners realize in no time. And it's that he told me like, teacher, like he was so innocent about it,
Yeah.
but he's the first person who realized it, who's learning English. It's like I can see that words in English are quite shorter and simpler, and in Spanish they're so long, don't you think? And I
Yes.
was like, holy shit, this kid is 9 years old and he realized that. I mean, like no adult that I have taught in last 10 years had realized that.
Yes.
It's
English
so
is
interesting.
it is. It's not
So
easy to spell and all of that, but it gets to the point. It's pretty shortcut.
So these lessons, I would highly recommend you download them on your devices and show them to your kids because I mean, who's the oldest children of yours?
Well, the 13-year-old, but my kids, it's not that simple. They don't care about learning and shit. They just,
Okay,
yeah. I mean, I wish they will one day, but right now they don't give a shit about school. Like we fight them for, they don't want their schoolwork, so that anything else beyond that is definitely not is gonna be a no no. You know.
okay.
So, but I
Maybe your
mean,
girl, maybe your
well,
girl, the one who's already speaking Spanish and English,
yeah,
she
the
might
2 year old,
want
yeah,
to
she
see
watches, yeah, she loves her Spanish shows and her English shows.
Yeah, so you might, yeah, like download this one. Like, hey, babe, like watch this lesson. It's my teacher teaching another kid, and maybe you can learn something new. And that way, it's a good way for her to learn and more every day about Spanish. And she
Yeah,
will feel more familiar by watching a lesson of another kid who's learning English. I think
yeah.
so so that's one of the strategies, watching and reading if possible in Spanish. And
Okay.
that's way I don't know if I have told you this, but I've never been overseas ever.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
yeah.
I
But
have I have done the work on immersing myself in the language
you
by
have you've put in
and
the work, and I'm
yeah.
amazed that it's amazing what you've accomplished. But like I said,
So
you did that because when you need multiple, when you have multiple personalities or need multiple people working with you, everything is harder. That's why I said, every what you're doing, it's a testament that like the people that you surround yourself and live in your house have to have your mindset. You're only able to accomplish what you have because your mindset runs your house and you don't
Yeah,
have any distractions there, and that's the only reason you were able to do it.
yeah,
Okay, but
yeah,
and you'll notice that when you start to invite different personalities, those different personalities are okay to get a different perspective, but they have to leave or they'll corrupt your mindset unless they're
yeah,
your mindset. And
yeah.
I love my babies and they're not going anywhere, so my journey is going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder than yours. Like I said, you've gotten where you
Hey,
are
there's no
because
rush.
you live alone. That's why you've gotten
Yeah.
where you are.
There's no rush. There's no rush. Like, trust me, I think I took way longer than I should have. I mean,
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to do, to give the tools that I consider, that I think that I should have had. I mean, some way. So I'm trying to give those tools, like recording these lessons, like
Yeah, no,
giving,
that's
like telling you what I told you. Like, for example, when I was learning English, I like I imagine me calling my teacher at 3 a.m. on Saturday, and he's so wasted. I'm like, hey, I don't understand why this verb to be
yeah.
works like this.
Uh,
Like that would have been quite uncomfortable. But right
you had a
now,
cool teacher.
but right now, that's one of the benefits that I give all my students. Like, hey, if you're studying at 1 a.m. on Saturday on a rainy morning, shoot me a text. If you don't understand something, shoot me a text, and if I'm available and I'm awake, I will get back to you immediately if I can.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing. Yeah, your dedication and your thing, it's amazing.
so the other thing about like this statement that I'm sharing right now with you is that, like, you were telling me that you're struggling, like, trying to use the knowledge that you're acquiring in the lessons, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So it takes time. It takes time, like in order for it to start to be natural in your speech, it will take about 6 months, 6 to 12 months after
yeah.
you have seen after the first time around that you see something in Spanish. And it's normal. It's completely normal. Now, the good thing about these lessons, about these guides, this guide that we're working on, is that it keeps feeding the knowledge that you have already acquired before. Like, it keeps adding up new topics, but it covers the previous topics at the same time. You
That's
understand
right.
what I mean? So
Yes, I
it's
do.
like feeding it, and eventually you start applying it. So that's why doing exercises is so important at this level, in this level, because of that. Because, like, you start doing exercises, and after a while you start using it. And it starts becoming in your speech.
Yes,
So
no,
that's
that's amazing.
why at the end of this statement, it says, through accurate communication, the more grammar. But I'm not speaking about rules. I'm speaking about the right way to say things. That's what I mean by accurate communications. That's what I mean by just memorize the right translations of the things that you already say in English. Because if you know the right translations, then you will be able to be more of yourself, the language, and it will start to become natural. Okay, so you just need to be patient.
Yeah, no,
Patient.
I am, and like I said, what we're practicing, trust me, I think all I had to do is go out on the stairs. I would use it in Colombia. I would use it in Costa Rica. I would use it in Mexico, most definitely. But there's certain regions wherein, like, people use more of the, how do you say, like the grammatical Spanish than the,
Mm-hmm.
because like you can hear it in the reggaeton, you can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
in the novellas. In the novellas, you hear the Colombia, the Costa Rica, the Mexico, and in the music and movies, it's more, well, depending on the movies, because Peru movies are pretty clear,
Yeah.
but it's your region, So what I'm learning here, when I go to Costa Rica, and when I speak to Colombians, I use it. I hear it. It's time. It's time, and like I said, I hope I have the time, but that's my dream is to have a Spanish conversation like I was born there. You
Like,
know?
I mean, like, even so, like, I admire the commitment that you have taken,
Yeah.
that you've got. How many kids? Five, right?
Yeah, well, 10.
What?
I have five here. I have five. I have one in New York and five in DC and four in DC.
Wow. Yeah, like I see that, like I'm like shit. I wouldn't be able to be doing what you're doing right now, like taking care of all your stuff in life, and aside from that, like studying English as Spanish at this time because it's the only time off that you can get to study.
Yeah,
Like that's compromise. Like
yeah. I'm
that's
trying. I want to. That's what I'm trying to show. I want to be a good husband and be a good father, but I'm a student by nature. I'm always learning some shit. Like when I'm in the gym, I'm the strongest one in the gym. I mean, or I'm in the top three. You know what I
oh
mean? Like
wow.
everything I do, I go for broke. It don't matter if I'm cooking. My wife will tell you I'm one of the best cooks she's ever met. Like everything I do, I gotta
Wow.
be the best. I gotta be the best, and
You're a high
I,
achiever.
and that's just I have to do it. I've been and it's a personal thing cause growing up being an albino, with my albinism, and I was always in people treated like like an outcast, like a little like a little gremlin, and
Mhm.
told what I couldn't do. And when you grow up, everyone telling you what you can't do, you're always trying to prove them wrong. And then
Mm-hmm.
it when you start loving yourself, it turns into you're trying to prove shit to yourself now. You don't even care about proving anything to anyone else.
Definitely.
And I've
I,
reached
I
where I want to
entirely,
prove some
yeah.
shit. I got some shit to prove to myself.
Yeah, I think it becomes like more of proving to someone. It's just a fact of being better every day
Yeah, I just
in
want to get
some
better and
aspect.
better and better. I want to be a
It's
gladiator in
like
every aspect of life.
I think that's a mindset for big goals, like businesses, like languages, like anything that takes time. You need to have that mindset, not focusing on, oh, that mountain is so big, I won't be able to go up to reach the top. You just need to think, okay, today I'm going to be a little higher than I was yesterday, and and eventually I'll get the top. That's the mindset to have when it comes to goals that take time. So that's pretty much it. Hey, talk to you tomorrow at the same time, and we'll
Yeah,
continue working on
I'm sorry to
the
take up so much of your time today.
No, no,
Honestly.
don't worry. I'm glad that we can share stuff.
All right, take care.
Okay, you as well. Have a nice day.
You have a nice one.
Okay.